Welcome back, creatives. I'm your host, Ruthie. Yeah, you guys knew that already. And today we're going to talk about something that tech doesn't always get credit for. Branding. Now I know you're thinking, isn't tech about logic, tools, code, design? Yes. But here's the truth. People don't just buy products. They buy feelings, trust, and clarity. And that's what branding is all about. Now, at this point, a good question to ask is, why does branding matter? Let's get one thing clear. Branding in tech isn't just about logo or a pretty landing page. It's about trust, identity, and positioning. And there are several ways to get there. So, great tech branding does 5 things. Number 1, it keeps things clear in a world full of complex systems. Number 2, it builds trust, especially when data, privacy, and reliability are on the line. Number 3, it humanizes the product because no one wants to talk to a robot. And that's why we have things like Capture and the rest. Number 4, it shows up consistently from your website to your error messages. There are consistent elements that still show forth your identity. Number 5, it creates a community, especially in SaaS, open source, and dev tools. When you think about Notion, Figma, Stripe, Apple, Nike, their branding is clean, human, and trustworthy, and that's not by accident. So if you're building a product, maybe a platform, a SaaS tool, an app, ask yourself, what problem are we really solving? Who are we here for? Builders, buyers, users, or investors? You want to know your target audience. What tone of voice do we want? Friendly, rebellious, empowering? This will help you understand your archetype and then help you understand the kind of feeling you want to evoke from people. And the 4th one would be, what should people feel when they see or use our product? Now, if you understand the tone you want to use, then you would understand the kind of feeling you want to evoke. If your answers are unclear, then your brand probably is too. Let me drop a few frameworks, simple, that can anchor your brand strategy. There's one by Simon Sinek, The Golden Circle, and it's simple. It just says, starts with why. Why you exist. You need to understand why you exist. And this can be derived from answering the questions of, what am I trying to solve? What solution am I bringing to the table? What is the drive behind this decision? Then you can go further to explain how you intend to do what you do and what you intend to offer doing what you do. Another framework is the brand identity prism. Now, this helps you define your personality, visuals, culture, how users see you and how they see themselves using your product. I think a great example of this would be Apple. So Apple do not only sell a good product, they sell lifestyle. So you get to think about how you see yourself when you're using an Apple product. Number 3, positioning maps. You want to plot yourself against competitors. The question to ask here is, are we high value or affordable? Are we simple or flexible? And this is how you find your space in the market. When it comes to naming, voice, and visuals, your name should be easy to say, easy to remember, and ideally tied to your mission or vibe. Now, there are times where this is not exactly the case, but this is what you should be aiming for, at least. The next thing you want to define is your tone of voice. Pick 3 traits, maybe clear, bold, and empowering, calm, confident, and helpful. Something that defines how people perceive your brand. And this can be seen as your archetype. And lastly, your visual identity. Yes, it matters. Not just the logo, but the typography, the color palette, the icons, the UI style, the hierarchy. Every of these simple details matter. You're not designing for dribble likes, you're designing for trust. Now, there's something called rebranding. You need to know when and how to rebrand. If your product has evolved and your brand hasn't, you might need a rebrand. And here are a few signs to know when to rebrand. Number 1, users misunderstand what you do. There's no clarity in your mission, your vision, and your positioning. Number 2, your audience has changed. Now you need to rebrand to meet the new audience base. Number 3, your visuals feel outdated. Designs are improving every day. And I'm not saying you rebrand every year, but you want to at least make your designs sleek, up to date, and very current. Number 4, your story does not match your growth. You should be ready to outgrow your story every now and then. And you should be willing and ready to update it. I'm not saying tell a lie or change it, but give people something to look forward to. Give them something to connect to. Now, rebranding doesn't mean starting from scratch. It just means keep what works and sharpen what doesn't. And one of the best ways to understand when and how to rebrand is to talk to your users. Ask what they love. Use their words to guide your new direction. And I think one last thing to understand is branding is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Make sure they're saying something worth remembering because it's your reputation. And here's something else. I spoke about tech being 50% tools and 50% people. Well, today I'm saying tech is 50% product, 50% perception. Branding makes your products feel real, trustworthy, and alive. So whether you're just starting out or you're thinking of a rebrand, get clear on who you are, who you serve, and what you stand for. And if you're feeling stuck on this, don't worry, I've got you. Send a message or check my previous episode on branding. But really, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think. So please leave a comment. And if this episode has helped you, share it with a friend in tech who's building something big. We can't wait to see it. And don't forget to like the show, subscribe, and leave a comment because it helps more people find me. Until next time, build smart, brand boldly, and speak up.